Hi guys, welcome back. I hope that you are ready to sweat because that is what we are going to be doing with this 20-minute bar HIIT workout. So we'll have all of the muscle endurance, all of the burn of bar, plus some extra little cardio intervals to really get the heart rate up and burn some fat. So if you're ready for this one, you do not need any equipment. Let's go. Hi guys, welcome. If you are new around here, my name is Sarah, and you will typically see me filming bar and Pilates style workouts, sometimes a little bit of yoga, and sometimes we mix a bit of cardio in there, like we are today for this bar HIIT workout. So if those are things that you enjoy seeing, I would love it if you would pop down and hit that subscribe button real quick. It doesn't cost you anything, and you get free workouts 2 times per week, and sometimes the cats are starring in them too. I've got 3 of them. So we're gonna get cracking on this one. Just so you're aware of how it's going to work, there are essentially like 3 to 4 sections in it. So the first bit is going to be a little bit of a warm-up. Not going to spend too much time there, just to get some warmth in the joints. Second part, we're going to do in a wide second position, plie. Then we're going to do lunges. We'll do the lunges as well on the other side. And then final little bit is going to be down on the mat, and that's going to be focusing on core strength. So that is our full routine. It's going to take us about 20 minutes to get through, but it should be a nice sweaty 20 minutes. In terms of intervals, the strength exercises will be 1 minute. They'll be immediately followed by a bit of cardio, 30 seconds. And that's just going to keep going. So there's no break in there. Think of the strength as a break in terms of like heart rate. And think of the cardio as a break in terms of muscle, sort of. But we'll get cracking into our warm-up here. So I just want you to keep hands in front if you want, arms at the side, doesn't matter. But we're just gonna take a high knee march here. So toes are pointed. Really think of engaging the lower abs. Keep back nice and straight. So chin is lifted off the chest, crown of the head up to the ceiling here. And like I said, really thinking of using the lower abs to perform that little leg lift. Shoulders down. So nice flat back. Little bit more here. We're not gonna spend too much time here. Like I said, here's 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and go ahead, bring it down. Right leg, you're just gonna do a little semicircle out with the leg and bring it back in. So right side, repeating. So all the weight is in the left. We're just finding a little bit of rotation in that hip. As much as possible, try to keep the hips forward within that. This is my non-dominant side. So I don't have a massive amount of flexibility here in terms of turnout, but we work that. We work that. Abs stay tight here as well because we don't want the torso going all over the place. Do a couple more on this side, and then we will switch legs. So weight in that right leg, open and in. Always thinking about the abs. They're gonna be what help us get through this entire thing. That's gonna be the support for all of it. Yes, it is. Do a few more here. And torso is motionless. So if somebody were to see you from just like the navel up, like looking through the window or whatever, it looked like you were just standing here, not doing too much. Last one there. And then take the feet nice and wide here, toes turned out. I want you to inhale, arms up to the side. Exhale, sink down into those hips. Inhale, sweep up overhead. We'll just do that a few more times. So exhale, sink down, really pressing legs wide. Inhale, stretch up. Squeezing the glutes together. Do that one more time. Reach, and arms come down. Then this is where we're gonna sink back down into our plie squat. So I'm gonna leave this a surprise, I think. I'm just gonna show you each exercise as it happens. But first one, it's gonna be a wide second position plie, and we're pulsing here for 1 minute. In 3, 2, 1, go. So I don't really care what you do with your arms here. You could have hands in front. You could bring hands to hips. You could do arms along to the side. Any of those options is fine. But what I do care about is this bit. So Legs are turned out wide, tailbone is tucked. You're not popping back there. That is not a plie squat. So butt has to be straight down here. I always say it, but I think it's a good example, as if you had a wall behind you and every part of your back was touching that wall. So abs tight, go low in these pulses. It's not too bad a start, but it is going to build. So this little segment is 4.5 minutes. Just so you know what we have to get through. Stay nice and low, keep squeezing butt tight. We've got under 10 seconds remaining. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. This will become little hops. So just little ones here, barely leaving the floor, definitely keeping a bend in the knees. And we're just here for 30 seconds. That actually doesn't feel too bad. Try to still keep that tailbone tracking straight down. It's a little bit harder once we start leaving the floor. You will notice that. A few more seconds here. But the key is in keeping the abs tight. Like I said at the start, here's 3, 2, 1. All right, stay down here. Double heel lift and lower. We're here for a minute. Lift, slow release. So it's not a stomp. We're going for the full lift of the heel. So show that position and then press them down slowly. Your height doesn't change. So we're not going up and down in the legs. It's just in the heels. Push heels forward, open legs, nice and wide. Should be getting a good bit of burn, inner and outer thighs and glutes at this point. We're over halfway through this one. The cardio following this one is gonna look a little bit familiar, but different. We could say familiar, but a little bit amplified, possibly. Few more seconds here. All right, one last one, and now we're gonna make that big plie jump. So see if you can straighten the knees at the top. We won't go for quite as many, because each one is bigger. But yeah, see if you can straighten the knees, point the toes. That's going to test that you are getting a big enough jump out of it. Again, try to land with knees wide, tailbone tracking straight down. And then if you can pick up the speed there as well, why not go for it? One more here, stay low, lift both heels, they stay up, and we're gonna pulse here for a minute. Whoo! Legs are burning. That is for sure, but not too much left in this bit. And then we get to move on to the next chapter. Keep squeezing abs tight, keep tucking under. I know those legs are burning, but if butt starts pushing back like that, you're not gonna feel those inner thighs the way that you should be feeling them. And I want you to. That is the gift of this one. So hopefully you should be reaching a little bit of a shake here, because we are coming to the end of this section. So we'll get a bit of a breather before we move on to the next section. Few more seconds here. And then it's gonna be another jump. All right, heels down. We pop together, land wide. This is the only one where the butt can push back a little bit as you pop wide. Now, shouldn't be pushing back enormously. Keep chest lifted. If you have a mirror in front of you, you would be able to see the full chest. So don't collapse through the back there. Light on the feet, land wide, and then turn out. Few more seconds here. One more. There we go. Give it a little shake out. So, one section done. We've reached a bit of a break. So take a breather here, stay moving. Do not sit down. Whatever you do, do not sit down. I see people do this. Don't do it. Blood's gonna pool. Not actually good for you to sit down. So stay moving here, nice and light. This is where we're working now into lunge section. So I'm just gonna show you the first exercise, and then we're just gonna go. We're just gonna roll with it, okay? So first one, trick, we are actually starting still from a plie. So you're gonna pulse 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn to your left into a lunge. Pulse 1, 2, 3, 4. And we open back up. In that lunge, make sure that as you turn to it, both feet are gonna have to twist. It's not just that back one, because what happens if I just turn the back one? This foot is still this way a little bit. Okay, so now I'm not bending over the toes. So that foot is also gonna have to open up a little bit. All right, 1 minute of these in 3, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to center. We're only going to the left for now. And lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really focus on squaring up the hips as well on that lunge. So watch that your right hip is not sinking. They're not slanted like that. You do not want a slant, which can happen. Just means that our supporting side, our front side, which is the left right now, you need to squeeze that glute tighter, tuck it under. So pinch it in from every direction. Nice flat back through these. Oh, you may have just seen Leo passing through. He doesn't make very many appearances anymore, but he has been a terror this week. And last one there. Okay, a little bit of cardio. We're gonna lift a back leg, land in the lunge. Lift, land in the lunge. Keep going here. I'm realizing I made the error of leaving my timer on that side where I can't see it. So keep going there. I'm just gonna move, do-si down my timer over here. So you are over halfway, lift, land fully into that lunge. Don't cheat the lunge. It is still a full proper lunge each time you land down. So big push through left heel. Last one here. Stay in that lunge, deep bend in the back knee, front heel. We're gonna lift and lower, lift and lower. We're here for a minute. So like I just said, keep that back right knee bent, okay? If it's pushing straight like this, oh my God, I could do this all day long. So bend it, tuck it under, get a nice little burn. Your torso should be stacked more or less directly over the right knee right now. So that kneecap, crown of the head, that's one straight vertical line. Might be able to hear Leo in the background. He's been so bad this week, and he's back on the counter. I hear him there. Oh my God. He's been really, really bad. I don't know why. A few more seconds here. He goes through these like weird phases where like he'll be a perfect angel and then he'll spend a week just being the devil. Last one there. Front heel down. Lunge. We're gonna bring the knee through. Little hop. Back to lunge. Little hop. Back to lunge. So, same as with those lift-offs to the back, you are still hitting that full-on lunge each time. So don't just tap the foot back and think that's good enough. It's not. And make sure you're stepping far enough back there to keep the knees happy. If you're going in too close, you're not gonna be able to bend down low. Last one here, come back to your lunge, bend the back knee, lift front heel, we're pulsing here. So we're just pulsing it for a minute. Whew, it's the strength, and then the cardio, and then the strength, and then the cardio, and it is very strength-based cardio as well. It's making it hard. Stay low and slow here. Keep that front heel lifted. Get a good bit of shake here. Notice, I did not give you the option of holding on to anything for balance. That's because I want you to use your core, your legs. I want you to use everything else for balance. And you can. Those muscles will do it, but they won't learn how to do it if you're always using something for balance. Sometimes we do use a chair, and it's helpful, but for this one right now, we're not. A few more seconds here, and then we've got our last piece of cardio in this bit. Here's 3, 2, 1. Heels down, you're just gonna pop straight up, lunge, pop, lunge. So keeping feet parallel, don't do any weird turnout, especially with that back foot. It might want to suddenly start rotating out. Don't let it. You got the stability here. Keep torso straight. So So we're not pushing forward. Last few seconds here. And done. There we go. All right, I'm gonna stop my timer. We're gonna repeat all of that on the second side, but I'm gonna give you a tiny bit of a breather here. So again, keep the legs moving here. I always just revert back to a step tap. You know, butt kick is nice though, as well. Like those, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right, no surprises. Second side, exactly the same as the first. So 4.5 minutes is all that separates us from coming down to the floor at this point. So 4 pulses in the plie squat, turn to your right. 4 pulses in lunge. In 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn both feet, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's lots and lots of stability work. So if you're wiggling around, no worries. Don't beat yourself up about it. It's kind of just part of the game. It's really just a test of how well you can still find that stability without falling out of it. Doesn't mean the whole thing's gonna be super, super solid. It's a work in progress. Oh, this is my easier side. Yes. I say that now, we're still just in the first exercise. Hey buddy! Here's Leo, if you guys haven't seen him in a while, which if you've done my recent workouts, you won't have seen him in a while. Hi buddy. He's still extremely cute. Yeah, he's been bad this week. Last one here, turn it here. We lift off, land lunge. Lift off, land lunge. So again, make sure that you are landing far enough back that you can get low in the lunge. Keep going, I'm gonna show you what should not be happening. Sometimes I'll see people landing in here, just doing a little mini, That is not it, that is so sad. That is so pathetic, I'm sorry, but that's not it. I know you guys can do better. Last one here, drop to that lunge, back knee tucked under, we lift and lower front heel. Squeeze abs tight, don't let that back knee go straight. We're here for a minute, so we got time to ponder it. Just set up nicely. There should be a little shake every time you push that heel down. Yeah, get a nice sweat. Get a nice little winter sweat. The thing that I don't like about sweating in winter, shouldn't say this as we're like midway through this getting sweaty, is that unless you shower immediately after, which there you go, there's the solution, go and shower. Unless you shower immediately after, that sweat dries and you are so, so cold. It's like peak cold when that happens. Do a couple more here. Feel a bead of sweat just rolling down my chest. Last one, front heel stays down. We pop it through, all the way back to lunge. Pop through, back to lunge. Keep it energetic. You'll notice I'm using the arms to help propel a little bit. Gives just a little bit more power and momentum. A few more seconds here, and then we're gonna pulse it out. All right, last one here. Lunge, heel up, we pulse. We're just pulsing. We're just happy pulsing. Tuck butt under, tuck navel in, so you're nice and flat there. Keep it low and slow, so keep in the muscles. Don't make it too bouncy, because that's when it goes into the joints. If you're feeling on the knees, just come up a little bit higher, but you shouldn't be too high there. You could go lower. There's an option. Could go lower. Whoo, my legs are burning. But this is their last little push, so just hang on through that burn, because we're so close to coming down to the mat. Oh, sweet relief. It's actually not going to be that relieving, but right now anything feels relieving compared to this. Perspective. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. We got that last set. Pop up, land. Pop up, land. 20 more seconds. And then we're down to the floor. Still keeping legs parallel. So again, checking with that back foot. Make sure it's not doing any weird rotation outward. Big push off. Go legs, go. You can do it. Give me one more. Woo! Step out of it. Oh my God. Give it a little shake out. See if we can get that heart rate to come down a little bit. So long inhale. Hold. Release. Yeah, do that a couple more times. All right, we're down to the floor. We got 5 minutes here on the mat. It's just gonna be 5 exercises. So that's 1 minute per exercise. Again, we're just gonna go back to back to back to back to back. That's the plan. No cardio in this one. Doesn't mean it's gonna be easy. Just means we're done with the cardio. We're starting with a minute in plank. But it's not just a minute holding the plank. We're gonna be windshield wiping the knees for those lower abs. So I'll show you an example here. Full high plank, we go cross body, see if you can connect with the elbow, pull across to the same side, step back. We'll alternate sides. So no half-assing it here. No just going and back. Because guess what? My lower abs, I mean, apart from holding up the plank, they didn't do any kind of crunch there. So you really gotta curl tailbone under, connect, connect, step back. Alternating sides. If you need a rest, downward dog. And then come back into it. All right, into plank in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So cross, same, back. Do not rush these. Stay at my pace. Cross, same, back. Make that contact there. It is important because if you're just letting the hips stop you, that means you're not curling under, you're not getting into the ab crunch. Layla sends her luck. Good luck, everybody. You can do it. That's what Layla's saying in the background. Actually, I think she's saying, I want to go into the bedroom. Let me in. Got 15 more seconds, so keep it strong. Keep butt down, shoulders over wrists. One more here, we'll do it. And step back. And I am actually gonna pause that for us to flip around onto our backs for the next one. So shoulders, get a rest. Hooray, okay. We're gonna do a bridge lift here with an alternating march. So again, I'll just show you. Arms by the side as you lift, right leg comes up. We march it, touch back down. We alternate in 3, 2, 1. So lift, butt to floor. When I say butt to floor, you're really just gently kissing the floor. We're not putting weight in it. So you're already heading back up. So guess what? It's still lower abs because there's a leg lift and we're tucking in. Exhale on the lift, inhale on the lower. Nice and controlled. Good, just keep my eye on the timer. It's the problem with these bridge ones. I gotta periodically just pick my head up, check the timer so we don't end up doing this all day long. I don't know, compared to the other things we've done, of anything, I feel like I could do this all day long. Few more seconds here. Let's just do one more on either side. Last one there. Bring butt down. All right, extend left leg long, right knee in. We extend it straight, grab behind the calf, lifting arm, lifting head, neck, and shoulders. We are going to pull, pull, switch, pull, pull, switch. If you can't quite reach behind the calf, go for the thigh, but do not grab behind the knee. That is a delicate spot. Push navel down, keep these controlled. So that pull is giving you a little extra stretch through the hamstring, but the work is very much in the abs, controlling those legs changing. Little exhales on that pull. Chest is lifted, and similarly, the leg isn't what keeps your chest lifted. So I could do this, no hands, and it would look very similar, just not quite as much of a hamstring stretch. And it's kind of nice getting that hamstring stretch. 10 more seconds. I got sweat dripping. It's getting real. One more on either side, and then we're gonna bring these into tabletop. We're gonna do double leg extension, so go with me. Helicopter for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet together, tuck in, that's it. Extend, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck in. If you want hands underneath the tailbone, that'll just give you a little bit more support in these. So that's an option, but lower back must stay down on the floor. Hollow out the navel like somebody's going to come and do a body shot off of you. That's what we're doing here. So we gotta make a nice little cup for that. Find a little ab push. We're coming back into plank after this, so just be warned. Go for one more here. And tuck in. Grab the knees, rock up. We're gonna flip back around into plank. This is our final exercise. The great news is, I say plank, we're gonna modify the plank. So we're gonna be on the knees because we're going for a tricep press up. Shoulders stay over the wrists. Tops of the feet can either be down or you can lift them. I think you get a little bit more resistance lifted, but it's up to you. Abs tight here, so there's no hollow back there. 1 minute in 3, 2, 1. Elbows hug the sides, go as low as you can. So I want you to go for range of motion here rather than like number. We're gonna go quality over quantity. So keep that back flat. Go as low as you can go while still being able to press up from it with elbows at the sides. So don't let them go away from you. Majority of tricep exercises, that's gonna be the same. Arms will be narrow. Nature of the beast. Big exhale to power up. You guys are gonna be done after this. So nice little bit of total body here with this core finale. 10 more seconds. We can do anything for 10 seconds. Anything at all. One more. Woo. Press back to a child's pose. You can split the knees a little bit there. Arms just reaching long. You can take a little rock side to side. I always enjoy that because it just helps me find a little extra stretch to the fronts of the shoulders. Whew, and melt down. All right, we'll give it a bit of a stretch here. Yes, we will. So come back to hands and knees here. I want you to step the right foot to the outside right hand. So just sink down into it there. You can also drop to the elbows if you like. Just bear in mind that what you do on one side, you need to do on the other side too. So if you know the other side is less flexible and that's not gonna happen, don't do it here either. Keep it consistent. And if you brought it down, go ahead, press it back up there. You're gonna bring that foot back in line with the hip, roll hips back, toes pull back toward you, half split. So with this half split, we wanna think of the fold coming from the hip. We're not rounding up and over like that because it's not the same stretch. You could have a little bend in the knee, but really think lengthening, reaching chest out over that leg. And we're just gonna spin this to the side. So watch carefully. Left knee, I'm just gonna pivot. I'm gonna slide that right foot away from me. So I'm pivoting, tucking my left heel under my butt. So I'm just sitting on that heel, right leg is out to the side, toes up to the ceiling. And I'm just gonna fold forward here. So we're getting that hip flexor, right inner hip flexor and inner thigh. Flat back here. Hello. Ooh. And go ahead, press back up. as gracefully as you can. Bring that leg back in. That's the hardest part. And then we'll step left foot to the outside of hands. So same thing on that second side. If you went down to the elbows on the first side, like I said, do it again. Keeping a flat back there, and if you brought down, press it back up. Foot in line with the hip. Roll back, roll it. Pushing forward again through the chest, so we're thinking lengthening over rather than just folding and curling. All right, so I'm just gonna spin around the other direction here. Should have just done it this way, that's fine. Just to show you here though. So now, same thing, we're gonna pivot on that right knee, just so you don't have to look at my backside. You're sitting on the right heel, left foot pushes out away from you, toes up to the ceiling, and we fold forward. Oh, this feels really nice right now, actually. Oh, I might get stuck here. I've got to be careful about staying in stretches too long, because sometimes I stay in them too long. I'm like, now I'm here. This is where I am for the rest of the day. No, that's not true, but if you start to relax too much, I'm just like, all right, I don't need to do anything else. Go ahead, bring it back in, just flip around, sit onto the butt here, take soles of the feet together, knees open, you can grab on the feet there. You can also just press one leg down at a time. Hello, there we go. There we go, that's the stuff. Both sides there. Just realizing my leggings show massive sweat patches here in my legs, so that's what that is, that's cool. That's cool, good to know. These are not the leggings for a heavy sweat day. Okay, noted. All right, and then just sit up nice and tall there. We are done. So awesome work, you guys. I hope that you have a nice sweat, a nice glow going, and that you really enjoyed this workout. If you did and you like seeing these kinds of more HIIT cardio bar style workouts, be sure to hit that like button down below so that I know that I need to make some more of these. And then while you're down there, go ahead, leave me a comment with any kind of workout that you would like to see more of. Once again, be sure that you are subscribed to catch workouts, new workouts twice per week, and I will see you guys back here soon. Bye.